Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We're going to start with Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, Dogecoin, ADA, and then we're ending with Tron at number 10. Let's get straight into it. Bitcoin against USD. So here we are for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has already broken higher. We've already taken out, one by one, all the highs are being taken out. The next high to be taken out is this one, but this is kind of significant because this is 100,000. Right now, I feel like BTC could complete a head and shoulders over here, which might bring us back to 90,000. I suspect we might go 90,000. And at 90,000, if there is a bearish continuation chart pattern, very likely we're gonna go to sub 89,000. Right? Again, I feel like there is support around this area. Right, as there were resistances before we broke out, there was a resistance. Right, you see this? We tried to break higher, but it gets pulled down. Try to break it again, get pulled down. Right, and then eventually we broke higher. Right, so this 88,000 level is pretty significant in my opinion. So I think we're gonna find support in this area. We may not touch this area though. We may just drop to like, I don't know, 89,000. Yeah, sub 90,000. And after that, we may be consolidating for the break back above 100,000 for BTC. So one by one, BTC has to take out the levels, right? Taking out this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Then the next one will be this one. The next one will be this one, and this one. It's and then you will know that more likely than not, a new all-time high is just somewhere looming over the horizon. But we have to take out everything first. So one by one, right? Once you take out all of this, we will be anticipating a retrace, and I think the retrace is coming on for BTC. Ethereum against BTC. Here we are for Ethereum. Okay, what scares me about Ethereum BTC is that we are very, very close to taking out these lows. Right. There is another low first though. I really do hope this is the bottom for Ethereum, and then it just starts rallying from here. I really, really do hope that it is. But again, I can't say for sure. Right. This would be fantastic if it's the bottom, and this will be the completion of a wave C. Going up, we could be seeing a wave D, and then wave E, and then that's it. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves before breaking out. This will be fantastic. This will be the dominance of Ethereum. This will be the flippening, the true flippening. But of course, at the same time, Ethereum also could be collapsing. I don't think so. I think more likely than not, Ethereum is going to do pretty well eventually. XRP against BTC. Here we are for Ripple. So XRP right now is in a consolidation. We're anticipating continuation for XRP against BTC, right? Going up to potentially 6,000. Right now at 2,002. So just a little bit more to 6,000. Very consolidated. If anything, right, I would assume that this is a second wave going up for another wave higher. So yeah, XRP looks pretty good to me. If you look at XRP again in the bigger picture, right? We broke out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're out. And we've been hovering above $1.50, right? For some time. I would anticipate continuation. Not saying we can't drop any lower, but if you look here, there's already a monthly. Not exactly a high quality one, but it's still a monthly hammer kind of a chart pattern. A good example of a monthly hammer is this one. That came in July 2021. This is a textbook perfect monthly hammer. What happened after that? The next month, pump, we read it. So I would anticipate a rally to come on for XRP eventually. So this could very well be the break, if and when the break happens, of the resistance. And then XRP could be heading towards the target that we have over here at $6.10. Right now at 217, so we're anticipating the continuation for XRP towards $6. BNB against BTC. Here we are for BNB. BNB is still down. Again, we're anticipating a lower low. Will we get it? We could also squeeze over here, A, B, C, D, E. But yep, nothing much for BNB BTC as of the moment. BNB USD. BNB USD could also be completing a. This could be a descending triangle. This whole thing could be something like a head and shoulders. And then it could be heading towards 310. We have a target over here for 310. At what point will we consider 310 to be invalidated? Yeah, take out these highs. We consider this to be invalidated. If not, we are anticipating a continuation towards 310 for BNB. Sol against BTC, not looking good. I think Sol is still going to hit much lower. Sol is clearly under the skinny pink line, so the trend is largely bearish for Solana BTC. Sol against USD, I'm also anticipating more downside. We're under the skinny pink line. Sure, there could be a rally, but I would assume that the skinny pink line will act as resistance, and then a potential drop coming down for Solana back under this low, taking out these clusters of cells. More likely than not, right? We're anticipating 0.5 as the first target, which is around $50. Right now we're 146, so this is still a long way down for Solana. At what point will we consider Solana to be flipping bullish? Go back up above the skinny pink line, stay above it. We will be anticipating more upside, but as of now, we're under. So we're gonna lean towards the bearish side of things. Like when we cross over here, right? Some people may still be in disbelief that no, the bearish trend has not started. Yes, actually, it has already started, and so eventually we did a very, very big collapse. So we're under the skinny pink line, so I'm anticipating more downside for Solana. Dogecoin against BTC. Here we are for Dogecoin. Dogecoin is again at the noisy area. Again, the hope is that we don't take out these lows. We could, but the hope is we don't, and then we start rallying. But yeah, Dogecoin is gonna do what Dogecoin is gonna do. Against USD, we're under the skinny pink line. Again, we're hoping that we stay above these lows. Right, again, there's some noise over here, so we might drop back down close to about 11 cents, I would say. Right now, we're at 17, so we're anticipating more downside. Sure, you may argue that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there could be a wave 5 coming on, but Dogecoin, right, if you look at this, it's a lower high, lower highs, so it's a series of lower highs. So the trend is still largely bearish for Dogecoin, so be careful for rushing in for a long. ADA against BTC. ADA against BTC looks pretty good on the bigger time frames because there's a squeeze coming on. We love this. Our hope is that we don't take out these lows though. And this in itself could be another squeeze. A squeeze, we need a squeeze. Fantastic. And so, yeah, again, we're expecting a squeeze over here and a breakout eventually. Or ADA against BTC, against USD. ADA is just marking around, not much volatility at the moment. We are in, again, potentially a squeeze, right? This whole thing could become a very, very big squeeze, right? And break out towards the upside. But yeah, we're kind of mucking around the skinny pink line. So I would preach caution. Tron against BTC. Here we have a Tron. Tron is here, right above the skinny pink line. I suspect we're going to drop a little bit lower for Tron against BTC. Any signs of a... Yeah, no, nothing much for us to work with. Against USD, Tron is also above the skinny pink line. So the question we have is this a rising channel before we break lower? Or are we going to break higher? Or are we going to be like how Tron has always been, a very slow crawl since 2023, 2024? Very slow crawl up. Are we going to do another slow crawl up again? The Tron is in the top 10 though. So yeah, but from a trading perspective, there's nothing much for us to work with. So there you go. That's our take for today's top 10. Hope you guys have a great, great week ahead of you. See you in the next one. Ta-ta.